Welcome to my channel. Before you do anything else, I want you to imagine something that may change the way you see your life forever. Imagine someone quietly placing 30,000 marbles into a glass jar on the day you were born. Every sunrise, without making a sound, one marble disappears. No warning, no pause, no second chance. One day, you look into that jar and realize most of the marbles are already gone. The frightening part is not that time is running out. The frightening part is that most people never notice until they have almost nothing left. So before you continue watching, ask yourself one question. If today became a memory you could never relive, would you be proud of the way you spent it? Stay with me until the very end, because what you are about to hear is not another motivational speech. It is a reminder about the value of your own life, and one single idea from this message could completely change the direction of your future. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for being here. Today, we are not talking about trends, shortcuts, or temporary motivation. We are talking about your life, the only life you will ever have, and how to spend it wisely before it quietly slips away. The truth is that most people become so busy surviving each day that they never realize they are spending their entire lifetime one ordinary moment after another. Have you ever looked at the clock and suddenly realized the day has disappeared? Now imagine feeling exactly the same way, except instead of one day, an entire decade has vanished. That is how life passes when you are not paying attention. The average human being lives around 30,000 days. Not forever. Not an endless number of years. Just 30,000 days. If you are 25 years old, thousands of those days are already behind you. If you are 40, nearly half your life has already been spent. If you are 60, you know more days are behind you than ahead of you. But the real question is not how many days you have lived. It is how many you truly remember. How many made you feel alive? How many filled your heart with purpose instead of routine? Too many people reach the end of their journey carrying the same painful sentences. I should have taken the chance. I should have spoken honestly. I should have spent more time with the people I loved. I should have followed my dream instead of living someone else's expectations. Sadly, by the time those words arrive, the opportunity has already disappeared. That is why this message matters. You do not need more time. You need to use the time you already have with greater intention. During this journey together, you will discover practical ways to spend your attention, your energy, your relationships, your health, and your purpose more wisely. These are not empty theories. They are lessons built from real life, human psychology, difficult experiences, and timeless truth. If you are learning English, you will also discover powerful vocabulary, emotional expression, and natural spoken language that can help you communicate with confidence while learning something much deeper than grammar. Your journey is not only about becoming fluent in English, it is about becoming fluent in life itself. Think back to your childhood. Do you remember how endless your summer holidays felt? 2 months seemed like an entire lifetime because every day brought something new. You explored, questioned, imagined, and noticed everything around you. Now, compare that with the last 2 months of your adult life. They probably disappeared almost without a trace. Time itself did not speed up. Your experience of time changed because your brain stopped recording repeated routines with the same attention. When every day looks identical, your mind compresses those memories into one blur. That is why life feels shorter as routine replaces curiosity. The answer is not wishing for more years. The answer is filling the years you already have with presence, learning, courage, and moments worth remembering. Imagine two people beginning the same chapter of life on the very same day. One wakes up every morning at the same time, checks the phone before even getting out of bed, eats the same breakfast, drives the same road to work, spends breaks scrolling through social media, comes home exhausted, watches television until midnight, and repeats the routine for years without questioning it. The other person also has responsibilities, but chooses to make every week slightly different. They wake up a little earlier to learn a new language, read a few pages of a meaningful book, practice a new skill, explore unfamiliar places whenever possible, meet inspiring people, write down thoughts in a journal, and stay fully present during simple moments like drinking tea or watching the sunset. Both people receive the same 24 hours every day, yet after 5 years, their lives feel completely different. One feels trapped, tired, and unable to remember where the years disappeared. The other feels energized, grateful, and excited because growth has stretched the way time is experienced. Your brain remembers change, challenge, and meaningful experiences, but it quietly deletes days that all look the same. If you want your life to feel longer, richer, and more beautiful, stop living on autopilot. Do something new every week. Ask better questions, learn something that scares you, speak with someone outside your comfort zone, and end each evening by asking yourself one honest question: what happened today that made me truly feel alive? If the answer keeps being nothing, then you are allowing your life to disappear unnoticed. Time is not money, because money can be earned again. Time is life itself, and every moment you ignore is a moment you will never recover. The next truth is even more uncomfortable. Most people believe they have a time problem, but what they really have is a priority problem. They say they have no time to exercise, no time to read, no time to improve their English, no time to build a dream, yet somehow they always have time to scroll endlessly, line, watch videos they will forget tomorrow, and worry about people who never think about them. The problem is not the clock. The problem is where attention is being invested. Imagine waking up every morning with 100 points of energy. Every choice you make spends some of those points. You waste 20 overthinking yesterday, another 15 comparing yourself with strangers, 10 arguing, 10 pleasing people you do not even like, more doubting yourself, more regretting the past, until almost nothing remains for your health, your family, your purpose, or your future. That is not a shortage of time. It is a collapse of priorities. Think of your life as a small garden. Every morning you receive one bucket of water. If you pour it onto rocks, spill it on the road, and throw the rest into the air, your flowers will eventually die. Then you look at the garden and complain that life has been unfair. The truth is that the water was always enough. It was simply poured into the wrong places. Your dreams work exactly the same way. Every yes you give to something unimportant becomes a no to something that could have changed your life. Every hour lost to distraction is an hour stolen from the future you hope to create. If family matters most, spend time with them. If health matters, protect your body. If growth matters, learn every single day. Your calendar reveals your real values far more honestly than your words ever will. Real transformation begins the moment you stop lying to yourself. Write down what truly matters, compare it with how you actually spend your days, and close the gap one decision at a time. Your future is not built by your intentions, it is built by your repeated choices. Every morning, ask yourself what deserves your energy today, what no longer deserves a place in your life, and what one action will move you closer to the person you hope to become. That simple habit can save not only your day, but the years that still remain ahead of you. Your time is precious, but there is something that quietly shapes your future just as much as time itself, and that is the people you choose to spend it with. Think carefully about your closest relationships because they influence your thoughts, your habits, your confidence, and even the dreams you believe are possible. If you surround yourself with people who constantly complain, criticize, and doubt everything, it becomes difficult to stay hopeful. If you spend your days with people who are curious, kind, disciplined, and determined to grow, you begin to rise without even realizing it. Your environment is always teaching you something. Imagine your mind as a beautiful garden filled with flowers of confidence, peace, courage, and purpose. Every positive conversation adds water to those flowers, but every toxic relationship throws weeds into the soil. If someone repeatedly insults your dreams, drains your energy, or makes you feel smaller every time you leave their presence, ask yourself why you continue giving them access to your life. Protecting your peace is not selfish, it is necessary. Silence is often healthier than constant negativity, and being alone for a while is far better than losing yourself in relationships that slowly destroy your confidence. Spend your life with people who celebrate your progress, encourage your growth, remind you of your strengths when you forget them, and challenge you to become a better version of yourself. Your relationships should feel like a safe place to grow, not a battlefield where you constantly defend your worth. At the same time, never forget that your body is the home carrying you through every dream you hope to achieve. Many people sacrifice their health while chasing success, believing they will take care of themselves later. Later often arrives too late. You carefully charge your phone every day, yet ignore your own battery by sleeping too little, eating poorly, avoiding movement, and living under constant stress. Imagine owning a single car for your entire life. You never change the oil, ignore every warning light, use poor fuel, and drive without rest. Eventually, the engine fails, not because it was weak, but because it was neglected. Your body works the same way. Real wealth begins with energy. When you sleep well, nourish yourself, move your body, and protect your mental health, you think more clearly, make wiser decisions, communicate with confidence, and enjoy life more deeply. Health is not about perfection or appearance. It is about giving yourself the strength to fully experience the life you are working so hard to build. Start with small changes. Sleep enough to allow your brain to recover. Improve one meal each day instead of trying to change everything overnight. Walk, stretch, exercise, or simply move because movement keeps both the body and the mind alive. Protect your mental space by limiting unnecessary negativity and creating moments of quiet. A healthy body supports a peaceful mind, and together they create the foundation for lasting happiness. Then, ask yourself another important question. Why do you wake up each morning? Is it only to pay bills, survive another week, and repeat the same routine? Or is there something deeper calling you forward? Many people believe they dislike work, but what they truly dislike is spending their lives on something that has no meaning to them. Money is important, but purpose gives life direction. Imagine someone who has a stable career, a comfortable home, and everything society calls success, yet every morning they sit in their car, unable to walk into the office because they feel empty inside. Years earlier, they dreamed of writing, creating, teaching, or building something meaningful, but they kept saying, not now, maybe later. Eventually, later became a lifetime of regret. Do not allow your gifts to remain hidden because of fear. You do not have to abandon your responsibilities overnight, but you can dedicate even 30 minutes each day to something that makes your heart feel alive. A side project, a new skill, a creative idea, or a lifelong dream can slowly become the path toward a more meaningful future. Success is not measured only by income. It is measured by whether the life you are living reflects the person you were created to become. Every evening offers another opportunity to invest in yourself instead of wasting hours on distractions. 1 hour each day, repeated consistently, has the power to transform your future more than most people ever imagine. The final lesson may be the most important because it influences every decision you will ever make. Learn to master your emotions instead of allowing them to master you. Every person experiences disappointment, fear, anger, sadness, and uncertainty. But emotional intelligence is the ability to feel those emotions without becoming controlled by them. One careless comment, one failure, or one painful memory should never have the power to destroy an entire day unless you hand over that power yourself. Pause before reacting. Name what you truly feel. Ask yourself whether the situation deserves your peace. Pain is not your enemy. Often, it is your greatest teacher, pointing toward lessons that comfort never could. Protect your inner peace with the same determination you protect your home, because peace is not weakness. It is one of the greatest forms of strength. Financial wisdom follows the same principle. Real wealth is not about looking successful, it is about creating freedom. Many people spend money trying to impress strangers while sacrificing the peace that financial security could have given them. Earn honestly, save consistently, invest in knowledge, skills, and experiences that continue growing long after temporary pleasures disappear. Before buying anything, ask yourself whether it is helping you build freedom or simply helping you appear successful. Choose books over empty status, health over unnecessary luxury, and long term security over short term excitement. Money is a tool, not a master, and when used wisely, it buys something far more valuable than possessions. It buys time, choices, and peace of mind. Never stop learning because growth keeps your spirit alive. The moment curiosity disappears, life begins to feel smaller. Read regularly, ask thoughtful questions, listen carefully to people with different experiences, and remain humble enough to admit there is always more to understand. Your mind is like a muscle that becomes stronger every time you challenge it. Comfort may feel safe, but staying there too long slowly limits your potential. Design your life with intention instead of allowing circumstances to design it for you. Picture your ideal day, your healthiest relationships, meaningful work, financial stability, personal growth, and inner peace. Build your weeks around those values one decision at a time. Remove habits, distractions, and relationships that no longer fit the future you want to create. Every choice becomes another brushstroke on the canvas of your life, and eventually, those small brushstrokes become the masterpiece people call your legacy. Above everything else, protect your personal energy because it is the invisible force behind every achievement, relationship, and dream. Every complaint you entertain, every unnecessary argument, every toxic influence, every unhealthy habit quietly drains that energy. Begin each morning with intention instead of chaos. Take a moment to breathe, drink water, move your body, and remind yourself that today you choose focus, gratitude, strength, and peace. Close unfinished mental loops by completing delayed tasks, making difficult decisions, forgiving what needs forgiveness, and releasing guilt that no longer serves you. Say no without guilt when something steals your peace. Rest without shame when your body needs recovery, and never apologize for protecting the life you are trying to build. As we reach the end of this journey together, remember that these are not simply motivational ideas meant to inspire you for a few minutes. They are reminders of truths you already carried within yourself. Your time is limited, your dreams still matter, your health deserves respect. Your relationships shape your future. Your purpose is waiting to be lived. Your curiosity keeps your spirit young, and your energy is the foundation beneath everything else. You do not need to become a different person overnight. You only need to make one better decision today than you made yesterday. Even if only one sentence from this message remains with you, let it be this. You do not need more time. You need to live more deeply inside the time you already have. Your life is built one ordinary moment at a time, and those moments become memories, those memories become your story, and your story becomes your legacy. Thank you for giving me your attention and your trust. If these words touched your heart, continue this journey with me, because this channel is not only about learning English, it is about learning how to think clearly, speak confidently, live wisely, and become the strongest version of yourself. May you leave this moment with courage in your heart, peace in your mind, purpose in your actions, and gratitude for the gift of another day. God bless you, take care of yourself, and go live the life that truly belongs to you before it is too late.